is Josh. Today we're going to walk you through a application performance management use case. This really affects work from home because the applications are being used by remote workforce so much more. And ExtraHop's history is really built in the performance space. We do really well in security, but now we're actually able to bring forth some of our bread and butter stuff from the performance side of the house to really combine that knock and sock feel. So we're going to walk through as we have VPN, mobile users, remote sites, hitting a load balancer, got a couple web servers and a database server. So and there's some issues. Where are the issues? That's what we're going to walk through. So it's a simple 3-tier application. This could apply to a cloud, Azure, AWS, GCP, or on-prem. First thing that grabbed my eye here is that I got a couple detections. So I can click on the detection here and see like what is the individual detection. I can click on the actual device and get to the detection. I see poor HTTP performance. So I can see that particular detection here, and here's all the details associated with that. So it's a long processing time. So immediately be able to bubble up details associated with that particular application for you to be able to see. And I can click the other one here for the database side of it. So there's database server transaction failures. You can see that usually this doesn't have database server transaction failures. Now it does. So now you've been emailed, you know something's wrong, and you've got the details associated with that. You've got database server transaction failures and web processing time failures. So let's dig into the details. What's the dashboard show us? All of a sudden, end user response times go way up and we see some errors. I see network, server processing time, and network time. All that time is spent on that server. So that's, I said hi to you. That's how long it took for hi to get to you and how long it took for you to process I said hi. So the infrastructure is taking a long time. The web servers, the database servers are taking a long time to process those requests. Breaking down the URIs that are being requested and the status codes and how long those are taking. Looking at the front-end load balancers, super common use case. Understanding how long is it taking for the load balancers to process requests. You can see at 1 o'clock there's a major spike in processing time. Taking a long time for requests to happen. It's the same time we're seeing those trouble tickets, the same time we saw those detections. Now I can see that all of a sudden there's a bunch of database errors at the same time. Anytime you have database errors, guys, this is where you're going to want to start and work your way out. We don't infer anything here. We take directly from the packets and display the individual error messages no matter what database you're running, whether that's Postgres, MySQL, MS SQL, even something like NoSQL like MongoDB. So I can see here those spike. I can quickly click on something like the errors and see what group members are having it. So here's the individual database that's having it. I can click on the actual error, too many connections. Here I can actually click the magnifying glass and get into the metadata of packets here if I wanted to. So now I can quickly see, all right, what's going on? Here's the client, here's the server. Now we have all those transactions. And maybe I want to manipulate this a little bit and start to dig a little deeper. I want to see this server, and I hover over it, I can get some more data on when this first discovered. So I'm going to add that server in there, and I'm going to clear the error too many connections. What else is this server doing? And now I can quickly see, here's the methods, the databases, the statements. Let me make this a little bigger for you, and the individual processing times. So it's really useful to be able to dig in and understand what the individual transactions are happening, right? So I'm able to go all the way from the front end, the very top, to say like I got database detection, a web detection, I saw the bunch of processing time spikes, and now I have the database errors, and it's the database is having lots and lots of too many connection errors, and these things are taking a long time. The gist of it is that it's overloaded. So you need to increase the database pool size, obviously in this case, to add a server in there, or increase the throughput capabilities of those databases because they're really choking. And the reason they're choking is we're looking at that front end dashboard. We got the alert, and it's the amount of load. And you can dig in with ExtraHop, you can pivot a different way and see what clients are causing load. Is this abnormal? Is this something that's coming in that we should have expected, or is this a blip in the traffic? How do we need to make sure and plan so this doesn't happen again next time, right? So we have all the data in ExtraHop, from the client to the load balancer to the web servers to the backend database, to help manage and mitigate this issue. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.